But our last and maybe best guest, sorry Mario, I just said that, is Heather Kelly. And I have a formal bio here that I will read. I will just say, even before I do that, Heather Kelly, she's one of those names that float around our office that we just keep talking about. Even new employees who've never met her, never even seen her photo, know who she is because she's such a success story, and we can't help but tell it to other people. So, Heather Kelly, becoming a ninja marketer. She's a longtime affiliate, having been with us for, is it more than 7 years? Incredible. She has grown tremendously over that time, starting out as an agent and now running her own brokerages in multiple locations with 50 plus agents, and it just continues to build and grow. How does she do it? Because she's a master at helping others achieve their true potential by helping them be better. Heather Kelly is known in our Homes for Heroes family as a ninja marketer. She's found her sweet spot of serving and helping heroes using unique and sometimes quirky ideas that work and create that lasting feeling and experience. I'm super excited to hear what she has to say. Please take lots of notes. Welcome, Heather Kelly.
Hey guys. All right, I'm going to see if I can keep you guys awake. I know we're all tired, but thank you so much for coming in to hear about ninja marketing. It's one of my favorite topics in the whole world. So I want to tell you a little bit about how this came about. I was an agent for years, and if you want me to be honest, I was bored. I was tired of seeing agents talk about how professional they were so they could impress the agent next to them, and everybody was out to put their business cards out and look better than the next agent's business cards. To me, what I was interested in was sales and production, and of course it later turned into heroes, but I needed something different, right? I needed something that actually connected with the client. I didn't want to get stuck in the trap of, if I can hit the button, blending together. And, you know, I think whenever we enter brokerages and we enter our careers as an agent, we all go through the same school, right? So we all go through the same classes. We go through Marketing 101, Sales 101, how to connect with a client. But we all did the same thing. So I was by myself. I needed something that was A, cost effective, because I wasn't made out of money, but I wanted it to be different. So ninja marketing came about in that way. You guys might ask what it is, and it's marketing that is actually composed of three different elements. The first element is, of course, it's different. Just like I said, don't try to out the realtor next to you, because it will never work, and really all you're going to do is turn off your clients, particularly your heroes. They're going to see it. They're going to see a sales pitch approaching them, and they're going to turn off. Think about it this way. You guys have been in the business for a while. When you go to buy a car, furniture, anything, when a salesman starts talking to you, how do you feel? Do you zone out? Okay, well, your heroes hear some type of sales pitch from the community every single day. Think about the law enforcement officers. No, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't do that. Or you think about the firefighters or people who run into all these crazy scenarios. They're constantly hearing some sort of pitch. So I didn't want to give a pitch. I wanted to be myself. And I own who I am. There is a little bit of a method behind my madness, but I am prissy, I am spunky, and I own every bit of it. And my heroes know that. So, like I said, it doesn't work. They have a sixth sense for your authenticity. If you don't believe me, just try to lie to a law enforcement officer. Just try one time. See what happens. Other part of ninja marketing is the effectiveness. Now, you can be silly all day long, and you can be yourself and be you, but you're going to have to do something that is effective. So what that means is while you're out there showing everybody how absolutely wonderful and glorious you are, on the back end of it, you've got to manage, is this effective? And there's two ways to manage if things are effective. It's not always return on investment. So it's not always, I did this one thing for heroes and I got 4 deals out of it. So I don't want you guys to start equating that with effectiveness in your head. At times it's just, I had interaction with this many heroes. This many heroes came to my event. I was able to be present in front of this many heroes, and I had a great conversation with, 7 to 12. I would rather you think of it on the terms of interaction basis versus direct number of deals. It will be much more lucrative for you in the long run. These heroes are a long-term investment, right? So when you begin to work with a hero, they're not going to trust you day one. I mean, would you trust somebody you met day one? No. I wouldn't. It takes me a real long time to trust somebody. So when you're dealing with them, think about it that way. I'd also think about whether or not your interaction, is positive or negative. So who's put up a Facebook post that people have gotten angry at? You have? What is it they say? If you haven't made 5 people mad by the end of the day, you're not doing your job? Don't be afraid of making people mad. Don't be afraid of ruffling feathers, being different, but also understand that the more you get out there and the more you're yourself, there's a greater likelihood that that's going to happen. So embrace it. I say embrace the negative interaction. As long as you're not doing anything that's not compliant, anything that is, just blatantly offensive, if you're ruffling feathers and even getting pushback, this is a little controversial, from other heroes. So one hero group maybe give you a little bit of pushback about something you've done for the other. Take a step back and use that interaction to better both sets of heroes. The last part, and it's my favorite, is it inexpensive? I am frugal. And when I tell you I'm frugal, I will get every bit of value I can out of $1. I've built my brokerage with 0 debt. I owe nobody nothing. And I know that's a double negative, but I'm from Texas and I can do it. So I don't owe anybody anything. I didn't have any investors. My money is my money, and it's what I've built. So I get the most I can. $10 used the right way can easily do a whole lot more for you than $1,000. One of the apps that I'm going to show you today, I used and sent out literally a $5 card. I was able to help 6 heroes off of a $5 card. 6, y'all. $5. That's a return. Another way to help make things less expensive for you is, of course, partnership. I like to partner with local businesses. Heroes love local. Stay small. Don't think big box if you're thinking your local group. If you haven't yet bust into your local firehouses or your police departments, if you can't get past the gatekeeper, go to their favorite business. Go to their favorite local coffee house. Ask them to participate with you, and they will help throw those doors open for you. Plus, they will help you with the cost of whatever service you're trying to provide for them. And remember also, it's not always about the initial effort, okay? So your initial effort may be only $50, $60, but it can look like it's much larger than what it actually is. Another thing is make sure you give your time a value. When we're talking, it goes back a little bit to being effective. Whenever you're evaluating what you've done, I need you to step back and say, hey, I spent 3 days on this effort. Hey, I spent a week on this effort. And sometimes it's worth it. But if you catch yourself saying, I've been working for 3 months on one thing, you might need to reevaluate one small marketing effort, not the hero groups. So be it one small event or something else. If it's taking up 3 months of your time, then maybe you need to move to something that's a little bit quicker for results. More examples, because I know I'm rambling, so you're like, what did you do that was cheap? So first thing is snow cone truck. This is my favorite. I hijacked a snow cone truck. And I'm going to tell you the true story of the snow cone truck, because everyone who followed it saw me hijack a snow cone truck, go to all of my local hero bases during the day and give them snow cones and ice cream. And I was so excited, and I had a blast. My assistant was with me, who I love and adore, and who is so very patient with me and all of my antics. But we went and did all of this. We got to City Hall. The chief of police let out the entire training class. They came out to see us, interact with us. They got snow cones. It was fabulous. The whole day, by the time we were done, cost me $75. Y'all, you can't get better than that. You get a Zillow ad, it's more than $75. The interaction that I got off of that is still talked about today, and this was a few years ago. And during the time, I didn't think that it was probably going to be as effective as it was. But I want to tell you the real story behind it. It looked like that on social media, right? So you see the smiling faces. You see LPD coming out. What you don't see is that truck right there. I ran out of gas with that truck in my competition's parking lot. And me and my little 5-foot self without the heels, I had to shake a van to try to help him get gas into the tank. So me and my assistant were shaking the van in the Remax parking lot in my direct competition because I'm trying to help heroes. You don't see any of that stuff. But maybe now I'd put that out there because it's been a little while. But at the time, I was really, really embarrassed. But highlight the good stuff at first, and then if you need to highlight the bad stuff later, you can. But make sure you understand that whenever you're putting something out there for the heroes, if it doesn't cost a lot of money, you can make it look beautiful and shiny and appealing, and it does not have to cost you an arm and a leg. Another example with local business, I did something called Taco Tuesday with a local Mexican restaurant in my area. This restaurant is like a phenomenon. You guys probably have one in your area. If you're from Texas, you've got a Mexican restaurant in your town that everybody loves to go eat at. But this restaurant has a crazy following on social media. I targeted them for that reason. I knew that everyone loved to check in there. I knew that everyone loved to go hit up their Margarita Mondays, everything else they had. And I thought, great. I need someone to partner with me to help heroes, and I knew I wanted to do a Taco Tuesday and do a whole video thing and everything that I do with it, but I went to this one and told them a little bit about what I wanted to do, and all I did was deposit $50 with them. That's it. I gave them $50, and I said, hey, if anybody shows you the logo, will you give them tacos? They're like, yeah, up to $50. And I said, okay, that's great. Well, then I blasted it on social media. They blasted it on social media. But here's the thing. I got interactions with heroes. How many heroes do you think take advantage of free stuff? You think so? You think they show up with their hand out? They are one of the more reluctant groups to show up and say, hey, I heard there's something here free for me. You have to basically throw things at heroes to get them to take it, So this whole adventure could have cost me more. If they called me and told me, we've got heroes lining up outside of the door, I would have said, great, let me get it to you. I will give you my card right now. But it didn't happen. $50. And I'm not even sure if all of it was used. I just didn't go get my money back. But the point is, too, also from it, the interaction off of $50 and giving heroes things, when you're stepping back and seeing how it's positively impacted your business, it's definitely there. That is so much more effective than a print ad. Do any of you guys still do print ads? In our market, they're dead. Okay, occasionally they're necessary, but in our market they aren't as effective as they used to be. Maybe open house ads or things like that. I would rather do things like this all day long to get my heroes' attention and get interaction with them than to run an ad promoting myself for $200 in the paper. This is my newest one, and I like this one. This is another example of free stuff. I'm going to get my short self down here. Hang on. All right, so date night boxes. Heroes want to do good things for their family. They don't have a lot of time to plan it, so we thought about doing date night boxes. All it is a simple gift card, restaurant, certificate, or movie certificate, anything that would plan a perfect date night for a hero, for anybody really. We've put together in a box and snuck in some of my company swag because it's everywhere. And we offer it just to heroes. I make heroes sign up on my website and on my social media pages. We enter them in a drawing, and then we give the date night box away. Simple, standard social media giveaway. There's more to it. This may cost me $75, but where the true marketing potential is in the delivery of the date night box. That is a personal delivery from myself. I go to their place of business, walk in, and on the way, I interact with everyone who's there. Okay, so while you may see the ads, you may see things going on the forefront, understand that the interaction that goes along behind it, that's what the ninja marketing is, right? You don't see that coming at you. You just see right now the pretty, bright, and shiny that we're helping heroes, which we are. But there's so much more to it, and it's that stuff in the background that begins to build, and over years, heroes will remember you, and that's why they'll come to you. Okay, so I have some apps that are going to help you be even better at ninja marketing and stay in front of these heroes. How many of you send out, what do you call them, time, date change cards, holiday cards, all that stuff? Have you guys tried Homekeeper yet?
Yes.
You use it?
Yes.
How much interaction do you get with Homekeeper when you send out a text?
I haven't measured it, but I know that there's lots of interaction.
It is the very best app that I have ever used to get hero clients that have not been responsive, to get them to interact. So we send out cards to remind people about the date change and different things like that. This is an app that will allow you to text multiple heroes, but you're reminding them about things like change your air filter. That card doesn't go in the mail. The smoke detector batteries, all that stuff goes there. But you can sync this with the hero days, and you can send out a text to everyone that hasn't responded to any of your other marketing efforts before. So say you got a lead on the website, and you just think this lead is cold, dead. Plug them in here. Every single hero holiday that pertains to them, every way you set it up, they'll get a text, and it looks personal. Make sure that when you customize your text using this, you make them personal. No one wants to hear, "Hi, this is Heather Kelly from Texas Real Estate Executives. I'm just curious if you have checked your air filter lately." No, that turns me off. I don't want to hear that. What they want to hear is, "Hey, what's up? I am so glad I'm reaching out to you. Don't forget to check your air filter. I'm going to call you later." If you don't hear from me, text me back, or you give them some sort of interaction to where, I call it a hook, to where they have to somehow reach out to you. But make it impersonal, or make it personal, don't make it impersonal. And I don't know if you guys hate them, but use emojis, because I do. Yeah. Emojis are great. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you the cost, did I? That would help, wouldn't it? Inexpensive. Okay, the cost is normally about $10 a month, roughly. There are several packages, but really all you need is the $10 a month package. So if you put 50 clients that were non-responsive into this app and sent out texts, and then the heroes come back. First of all, the interaction's fantastic. You don't know what doors that's going to open. And then say you sell 3 homes off of that. Is that worth $10 a month? To me it is. And it's off of one time you setting it up, and it's automated, and it will send all of these texts. So you don't spend your whole day on your phone. Skip one. AvaBot. Does anybody use AvaBot? Yay! So glad you don't, so I can tell you about it. AvaBot's super cool. It's another database. This one's a little bit more expensive, but if you set it up once, you can look like a rock star in front of your heroes and all of your clients. You personalize gift boxes, and then you plug the client's name and everything into the database. You select what it is you want to gift them for: birthday, house, anniversary, referral, just because. This is great for heroes on referrals because it allows them to choose what they're going to get without having to tell you what they want, which is a big deal. And in case you didn't hear me, they didn't have to tell you what they want. That's like giant. If you take nothing away from talking to me, take away this. The heroes will not always tell you that they want something. They will not always tell you that they want help. So remember that. But what it does is it's going to send a quiz via text to anybody that you put in the system. And what will happen is that person will get a message, real cute with emojis and everything else, and it allows them to click over to a site, answer some questions, and then they receive a personalized gift just from you. They love it. All of the clients and heroes that I have sent this to have raved about it. But there's a really cool aspect to AvaBot. So that's just the front part of it, right? They get a cool gift and it's really neat delivery. Nobody else does it like this. For your purposes, you track it. With AvaBot comes the ability to personalize your boxes. You can slap Homes for Heroes logo all over the front, your face, whatever you want to do. A one-time investment, I think, for 250 boxes costs maybe $150. Takes you a little while to personally send out 250 gifts. Be very selective on who you send these to. Send these to people who you feel like are going to interact with you. Like the Homekeeper is for people who you're not sure if they're going to interact with you. AvaBot is for people who you're pretty sure are going to interact with you. So once they get this, you get to see when it's shipped, when it's arrived. They can communicate with you directly via the AvaBot database. There's a way for them to review you. It's worth it. The one-time investment for the boxes, and then you can choose your gift level too. You can gift all the way up to $250, or you can gift all the way down to $25. And you have the option to send alcohol too. Just be careful who you send it to. But really, check that one out. I've gotten fantastic response from this one. Another one, if you guys prefer to go a little old school and don't want to do the whole text thing, is something called send out cards. Does anyone know what that is? Okay, great. Lots of people use it. It does basically the same thing that AvaBot does, right? It just doesn't do it in the quiz fashion. You can send handwritten cards. It's like a mail house. You can send gift baskets, everything else directly from the database. The cool part about all of these apps is there is a database or a CRM or something in there that allows you to manage it with like a one-click thing, so you don't have to constantly do it. Now the cost for send out cards, that's going to vary. This one is more expensive than the apps. The apps tend to be cheaper, which is one of the reasons I love them. But this one you can send all the way up to, I don't know if you guys have used it before. Can't you go up to 500, I thought? Yeah, you can go way up there. But the minimums on this are a little bit higher, I believe, than on the other products or the other apps or sites. All right, and the very last one that I have that is somewhat of a store, but gives me an edge with heroes. You guys may use this. Does anyone use agent marketing? Yeah. Okay, if you want to look like a rock star in front of your heroes and customize a website, highlight their career, highlight any type of group or any type of home as a hero house, agent marketing is a fantastic place to begin. You can co-market with a lender if you prefer to. My Homes for Heroes lender actually co-markets with me with my agent marketing, and it works wonderfully. But what it is a system that links directly to your MLS and then feeds out to roughly 14 different big box sites, at 14 or 50, somewhere in there. But the deal is it automatically creates a website for your property. You set up a template once, you can adjust it later, but creates a website, feeds it to the different sites, has a property shop that you can automatically go in and buy anything that you want, name writers, text for info, anything you could possibly need. You can buy it through this program and it's customized to your property or customized to your hero group, which is what would be the perfect application for this. So if you were strictly healthcare, create a template just for your healthcare heroes. Strictly, veterans, create that as well. Use it and use your imagination. This can be applied in so many ways, and it also has a way, just like everything else we're bringing up, to stay in front of your clients. So if you guys are noticing a theme here, stay in front of your clients, stay in front of your database, but do it in the most cost-effective way that you possibly can. This is going to depend per property and if you have co-marketing. If you have co-marketing with your lender, it can be almost nothing. I do believe there are some plans out there that are $10 a property, but you'll have to look at some of the different plans. Like I said, the co-marketing, if you can co-brand, you'll save a lot of money. All right, guys, I want to give you a chance to ask any questions. I know that I just threw a lot of information at you guys.
What's your best for CRM? What do you recommend?
I've used several. Right now, I focus on agent marketing. It gives me the ability to email blast, insert bomb videos. I can do almost anything from agent marketing. There's another one that I'm checking out. I don't have my full grips on it yet, but it's called HomeBot. I don't know if anyone's used that, but it's definitely on my radar, and I'm looking to implement that in my business soon.
Is this automatically email your clients or
Mm-hmm. It's monthly newsletters. You can customize a marketing campaign for each hero group. So say you wanted one, to go for 6 months that took them through the entire process. You can go into what's already there and adjust it to fit a hero group, but it'll take care of it for you. So all you do is you just click a button. Same with monthly newsletters. Yes.
I have a question in regards to your snow truck.
You want to come with me next time? Come on.
You don't want me to know. It's a two-part question, and that is, do they already know you? And part two is, did you tell them in advance that you were coming?
I didn't warn anybody that I was coming. I turned on the music and just kind of went with it. They knew me at City Hall. The police chief in our town knows me and knew me very well. In all reality, that's probably why he let him out and I didn't get arrested. But at some of the other locations, a couple of the fire stations, they didn't know me. I just went in. I'm not scared to meet new people, y'all, and I don't want you guys to be either. I want you to know that what you're doing is so wonderful, and the fact that you guys are all willing to give back, I want you to meet those heroes and think how much better your life is. I don't know about you guys, but when I started this, I needed warmth in this industry. Our industry is cold, and at times it's very, very cruel, and we are not very nice to each other. We just aren't. So I needed something to bring some warmth and light back into it, and that's what Homes for Heroes was for me. So I guess it was a little selfish at the beginning when I joined, right? So I was looking for something for me. But guys, the more I interacted and the more I talk with these hero groups and the more that I am just around them, it brings back the warmth that this industry so desperately needs. So I want you to not be afraid to go meet these people, because I guarantee you once they meet and talk to you and they know how dedicated you are, they're going to be first amazed and then they're going to want to know you more. So, sorry, that's my little soapbox. You had a question, Mario.
I did. So what about past customers? What do you do to stay in front of past customers for future referrals?
We do client appreciation events, of course, but then I enroll them in the apps. So we do a thing where you are touched, I think it's 7 times a year, and it can be either text message, small gift, home anniversary, something. So they get 7 touches from me throughout the year. And my community is, I've done this for long enough, the community kind of recognizes me as the Homes for Heroes lady. And the past clients tend to talk to each other. That's another thing you'll find. The more you connect with your past clients are very bonded. Heroes bond with each other and they're bonded for life. So they'll talk to each other too, and they keep your name top of mind. Yes, ma'am?
So are you doing client appreciation events based on heroes and then non-heroes? Are you doing separate events?
No, I include them all. And the reason it is because heroes know non-heroes. I've got a lot of non-hero referrals from heroes. But I want to appreciate all of my clients. I have done things just for heroes, but where I'm at now, particularly with my office and the setup, I'm close to schools and everything else. I would hate to exclude customers my other customers, honestly, by only focusing on one group. And I don't think I could really do all 4 hero groups at one time and make it as effective. So I feel like if I said heroes only come to this event, I would have less of a turnout than if I said community only. To me, they're more likely to attend. Yes, ma'am.
So we love getting out in the community. That's not, we do that a lot. What I struggle with is getting them to take that picture and putting it on social media, because I feel like we're asking something of them when we're trying to, be nice and volunteer gifts. So what would you recommend for that?
Give me an example. How would you ask? Ask me to take a picture. Just ask me. How, like you're at an event, you've just done something, and then ask me, how would you ask them to take a picture with them?
So an example is we delivered like cookies a couple weeks ago to dental offices for dental assistant week. And we're going in, and it's kind of cold in there, like they don't know what you're showing up for. So yeah, I didn't ask, because I just wanted to drop them off. I just wanted to say thank you, put them in your break room, whatever. And so we voiced that at the front desk, but we didn't. We want to put it on social media, and we want to do that. We just, I don't know, I struggle with it. So as far as asking, I didn't want to ask and disrupt their day.
Ask. You'll be surprised. You'll get more response out of a selfie angle like this with your face in it than you will a picture of them alone. Because nobody wants to be alone in the picture. But smile and ask. Do not be afraid. I mean, that's the thing. They probably will be more than happy to. Give them the cookies and say, hey, let's take a quick picture, and then tag them like crazy. But I think and the reason I asked you to tell me how you ask is because I had a feeling you might not have asked. So, yeah.
Sometimes we do. It depends on the setting. So
Sure.
I'm trying to get more comfortable.
Well, and if they tell you no, obviously respect that. I mean, you don't want to be somebody they consider, oh God, here comes that social media lady who just takes pictures. But never be afraid to initially ask. Never be afraid of it. So, is there anybody else that has any questions? I know I kind of talked really fast.
For Homekeeper, you said that it basically will send out text for you. Does it create like a phone number for you, or is it coming from like your?
It's you.
It's your.
It's you. I mean, and every market's different. Most of the people that we know use their own phone number. Most of the people in my market, that's how you're saved in people's phone as yourself. I mean, you have there's different apps you can use that just send your number out there. But yeah, I've found I get better results from my own personal phone number. Yes, ma'am.
So, we hold multiple events a year, and sometimes they're great, have great turnout, sometimes not. And like you were talking about your client appreciation event, how do you, other than just calling, hey, I'm having this event, how do you get the word out? How do you get them to actually show? Because, we do the cornhole, and we have raffles, and we have free food, and we have snow cones, and bouncy houses, and the fire department's there, and the police department's there, and then you got 5 people.
Yeah, I know that happens sometimes. I mean, we've done big ones, and at the very beginning, I spent a lot of money with a lot of big events trying to get a ton of people out, and we wasted a lot of money. I think probably to get them there, if you tie in a charity, I've found that I'm more likely to get more participation from the community. So while you're doing something to benefit the heroes too, I also like to tie in a charity. So we have our latest one, I think we did this Coffee for Finn's Friends, and it was a little boy in our area who has a very specific form of muscular dystrophy. He is a fantastic little boy, and he's fighting like crazy, but we did Coffee for Heroes. But rather than have all of the profit go to the heroes, we had it go to Finn's Friends. And you want to see some big old firefighters, some big men get all teary, you get a sick child up there.
So, do you take flyers by the fire department? Do you send social media texts? How are you getting the word to them where you're not spending $2,000 or $3,000 on media advertising to let people know, hey, we're having this event to benefit, or to show
Sure.
or whatnot?
I think probably the easiest way to do that is going to be through Facebook targeting, as well as some local spots. Are you guys friends with your local TV station? If you're not, they want to know you. They want to know what you're doing. That's a great place to start. But social media, hero offices, the school offices drop flyers off, but you can never replace word of mouth. And at the end of the day, pick 3 or 4 major places and call them. So call the superintendent of the local schools, call the fire chief, and talk to them.
Final follow-up with that, how much time before the event would you say is the key? You don't want to go a month before the event,
No.
everybody forget about it, but you want to wait till the last week.
I think we're normally around a week, and then I tend to create my list of my VIPs who should be there, and then I follow up with them 2 days prior just to ensure that they are going to be there, because those are the guys that will ensure the rest of the people come. Just like any event or party you may throw. Yes, ma'am.
When you did your ice cream truck, did you advertise the Homes for Heroes, or did you just go as you and nobody really?
It was just me. I didn't even wear Homes for Heroes gear. Because I'm that girl. I just went and said, hey, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I went into City Hall and the other places. I'm like, I've got something for you. Please come outside. I don't even think, honestly, I don't think I even talked about the program all day. I think I talked about them and what they were doing, and I was excited to be there, and hey, you know, this is wonderful. Take some back in. I know some people couldn't come out, so take this with you. I really don't think I even tried to tell anybody about what the program actually did for them. Now afterwards, after I promoted it and after everyone remembered, they came back to me. I'll tell you too, I didn't give out one business card, and that has been so successful for me. I've found that the less you drop your name in those events where you're giving more, the more likely they are to call you in the future.
Were you known already as the Homes for Heroes agent at that time, or were you still?
Yes, I was probably a couple of years into it at that time. Well, more than a couple. But I definitely wasn't, haven't opened my company yet. I was a producer for my area and had been for several years, but I didn't have the company presence or anything else like I do now. So it definitely helped. So is anybody going to try anything different? Does anybody have any ideas for any kind of different marketing that you would like to do or share? Yeah. Come on, steal it. Hope yours doesn't run out of gas, because that was fun.
We did a National Act of Kindness Day. That was about a month ago, I guess.
Yeah.
And we joined with the local Starbucks, and we gave a gift card with some money on it, and we've got our brochures there at the sign. And if they mentioned that they were a hero, I bought them a cup of coffee. And we did that both inside the drive-thru. But you have to manage it because it cost me like $900.
You know, a way to manage that, we've done something similar. So a way to manage that is promote it on social media, buy the card before, and put it out on social media, and then you can set the cap. Or if you pick a local coffee shop, you can set a cap. It's a lot easier to do that than with a Starbucks. But that's so wonderful. It's great for you guys to act on National Kindness Day. So for the week, okay. Okay.
So just to add to that, when we did that, we bought a gift card and we gave it to them at the front, and then they just used the gift card until it was out. Heroes. But one thing we're planning right now that I kind of stole a little bit, but I just made it a Homes for Heroes spin, is another realtor in another town had done it on the donut day, you know, like June 7th, I think it is.
Yeah.
You know, all these, every day is a day these days. But on National Donut Day, we're doing a Homes for Heroes version of it where we're having like the fire department versus the police department donut eating contest, inviting the community to come out and watch the contest, and also giving donuts away to everybody that comes that day. And we're getting donuts donated from a lot of different donut shops in our town, and I'm buying a lot of them too. But we're just setting it up at a park, and just we're bringing the fire department, police department in to compete against each other, and just doing a big, you know, social media push on it, and then inviting the community out, you know, with the
That's awesome.
The donuts. So we just took the donut day and twisted it to
Okay. Well, whatever you're doing, the importance is that you're passionate about it and you're yourself. You know, like we were talking about earlier, being yourself. Don't try to hide who you are. Embrace all of your quirks. Make sure that everyone understands that you aren't hiding anything from them, and be willing to try anything. I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Somebody going to laugh at you? People laugh at me all the time, but you know what? They don't laugh at my success. So don't be afraid of that, and understand that the more you're willing to be yourself, the more these heroes are going to love you and connect with you.
Thank you for checking out this great video from Success Camp 2020. Make sure that you save the dates of March 12th and 13th to attend Success Camp 2021, which will be hosted in the city with the best beaches in America, Clearwater, Florida. As we do every year, we'll be committed to making sure that Success Camp is the #1 event for real estate agents and mortgage lenders who are committed to growing their business by serving the heroes in their community. And make sure that you subscribe to the Homes for Heroes YouTube channel, where we publish great content to help you grow your real estate or mortgage lending business.